All right, let's turn our attention then to Costa Rica. Before we hear from Kasey and Herc on your approach, what you would do in this game, let's hear from the manager himself, looking ahead to the World Cup qualifying finale.
You know, I think the other side of it is that it's the challenge. You know, this group has never won a qualifier in San Jose. We've never won in Azteca, and the guys are hungry for that. So, you know, we'll put a lineup on the field that is going to go for the win. And, you know, I don't think the guys would want any less. I know the coaching staff doesn't want any less. So we'll evaluate the health of guys. The guys that have major minutes will be monitoring them and monitoring their regen and how they're coming out of that. But we want to put a team on the field that's going to compete.
Kasey, U.S. kind of in a weird spot. All they have to do is not lose by 6. What does that do to your approach?
Well, I think there has to be a side of that approach that you have to be conservative when you approach that game. You don't go in like you did in the Panama game. You're on the road. You're in a difficult place on a team that's in good form. The last thing you want to do is be cavalier, go out there. We're going to win this game and end up 3-0 down at halftime and then start to question yourself. By all means, don't go in there with an idea that we're going to defend from minute 1 and never go on the attack. I like the approach that I saw at Azteca. Concede some possession, defend really well as a group, understand that Costa Rica has to score a ton of goals with any chance to go through. You're going to have an absolute ton of opportunities on the counterattack. So just be organized. Don't worry about possessing the ball in your defensive third. Wait for those moments when Costa Rica pushes numbers, gets themselves in awkward situations, win a ball in midfield, and hit them on the counter.
Yeah, I was thinking about this a lot. The U.S. men's national team really never goes into a game thinking, we need to score 5, we need to score 6. They don't really play that way. They play a lot like Kasey's talking about, of picking their moments, being good in transition, overwhelming with wing progression, et cetera, et cetera. But think about what needs to happen for Costa Rica to advance. They would need to win by 6, and Mexico would need to lose by 2, right? It's not really in the cards. And I think even the Costa Rica team and the federation and the players understand this. There's a very stupid rule in CONCACAF in this World Cup qualifying process where if you get 2 yellow cards in a 12-game span, you have to sit out the next game. They have 9 players sitting on a yellow right now. So if one of those 9 players were to get a yellow card, that puts them in jeopardy for the World Cup playoff, the Intercontinental playoff. Among those 9 players, we got Joe Campbell, Calvo, Oviedo, Ruiz, Borges, etc. I think they're really going into this game thinking we have to be smart about this ourselves. We're not going to beat the U.S. men's national team by 6. Mexico's not going to lose at Azteca to El Salvador by 2. So I think it's a very winnable game. And this, we're going to put a team out there to win. It's going to be a scenario just like we saw at Azteca. It doesn't mean you play to tie. It doesn't mean you play not to lose. It means you play to win the game intelligently.
I'm with you, Herc. If anybody has bigger questions around
I got a question for you guys.
Yes.
Check this out.
Costa Rica. Go ahead, Kasey.
I got a question for you, Seb. Check this out. What are the rules from FIFA if you don't show up for a game? You lose 3-0 for a forfeit.
Yep.
I'm just saying, what if a huge outbreak of COVID happens in the U.S. hotel in Costa Rica and just can't show up for the match?
Listen, they already got the squirts in Mexico. Who knows?
Hey, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout by any means necessary, right? What a way that would be for the U.S. men's national team to book their spot in the next World Cup.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.